last night, which was Friday night. And it didn't happen. I had some kids over for my kids, and my husband got home, and I needed to clean up and make dinner and all of that. And I was really disappointed, actually. And that carried over into today, and it kind of is leading to today's topic and what I want to talk about today. And that is why waiting for perfection, that idea of waiting for this perfect moment to do whatever we want to do, whatever it is. But waiting for that perfect moment is flawed. It just doesn't usually work in our best favor, kind of, to wait for that perfect time to get our goals started, start living the life that we want to live, to do those things that we want to do. I kept thinking, like, going on this live that, oh, I have to wear a certain shirt or outfit or have my makeup done a certain way, my hair's not done. And I was sitting down in the kitchen. My kids are very happy right now. My daughter's doing a project with my husband, and my other daughter has a friend over, so they're very happy. I was happily working away at my laptop, and because I'm doing a certain project for you guys. And I was like, why not go live right now? It doesn't have to be nighttime. It doesn't have to be Friday night. I don't have to have this script written. My hair doesn't have to be perfect. And it just really proves my point, because I'm feeling like doing the thing that I want to do right now. It's kind of calling to me right now, and I'm going for it. It's not perfect. I don't have a script even. It might not flow that great. But it feels right now. And then when I'm done, I'm not going to be having that nagging feeling of, oh, I didn't do it. I didn't follow kind of my instinct during that time. So that opportunity is missed. And I don't know if you guys are this way. I'm totally this way. I am my biggest nag. I really don't nag other people in my life, even unless it's my kids like to do their homework. That is the biggest thing that I do. I don't nag my husband. He usually kind of wants me to. He's like, what can I do for you? Can you make a list for me? And I'm like, I'm not a nag like that. But for myself, I am totally like on myself and nagging myself. Why can't I do that right now? Why can't we work on that right now? And then I usually do. And yes, I'm a YouTuber. I'm out here kind of a lot, actually. This is my goal, is to inspire you guys to go for your goals, because I'm a busy working mom and I'm doing this on the side, and I have a ton of other projects on the side that I do. So it's not like this is my profession at all. This is just something that I do for fun, that I come out here and I'm trying to build a business, and it is fun. And that's kind of why I come out here, is because when you guys have something that you want to do, I never know what to do with my hands. I'm a fidgety person, so just bear with me, okay? I'll try and keep them in my lap. I should have like something that I'm fidgeting with. But when you have something that you want to do, I'm coming out here to tell you to do it. Like, don't wait for that perfect time. Don't wait for circumstances to be XYZ. Now is the great time to do it. Now is the best time to do it. And I was talking about how I wanted to do this live last night. It was going to be about a completely different topic, and it kept nagging at me, and it kept like staying with me. You should have done that. I like doing these. I like coming out here. I get kind of that that natural high, I guess, after being out here. And so it gave me this idea that we don't need to wait for that perfect time in order to do the thing that we want to do. I feel like waiting for that perfect time is robbing us of right now. It's robbing us of this moment, especially if we have time right now. Oh my gosh. I have a friend who can stay home a lot, and she doesn't do very much. Love her dearly. And I'm like, you have the gift of time. What are you waiting for on all of your projects? Like, I feel like my day as a busy working mom, I'm getting up and getting ready and getting the kids to school and going to work and coming home and dinner and all that. like I don't have a lot of time, but when you're given, number one, the inspiration to do something, and number two, the gift of time, any time that that is, do it. Like, don't wait for that perfect time, because I think that that is flawed in itself. Because what is the perfect time? Is it right now when it's sunny outside and my kids are happy and I can work on my laptop? Or is it those moments that they're both, getting ready for bed and I have 20 minutes? Both of those are completely different scenarios, but they both really work. They both can work towards that time that I need. So I have a couple of books that I wrote, and I waited for the perfect time, whatever that means, to write those books. And it finally happened. I think I came out with my first one like 6 years ago. I think I started writing. Yeah, because it was 2020. I remember exactly when it happened because I was waiting for that perfect time. And I have this in my hand because I want to fidget with it. I was waiting for that perfect time to get started on writing my book. And my kids were young. So this was 6 years ago. Let's see if I can do math. Let me see, my youngest. So they were 6 and 9. And up until then, I mean, when you have little kids, you guys know who are moms also, that your time is for them, right? So you don't have a lot of time when your kids are really young. But we were traveling and we were going to be in the car for a long time. And my ideas of my stories kept replaying in my head over and over and over again. And I thought, okay, I keep waiting for that perfect time to start writing my stories, to start writing my book. And I always travel with a notebook. Even in the car, I have notebooks and pens. And of course, I had one on that trip. And I pulled it out and I pulled out a pen and I was like, I don't need a laptop. I don't need a fancy software system. I don't need to be alone in the woods or whatever for a whole weekend in order to start writing my books. I can start right now. The kids were in the back seat during this trip. They were happy. And I wrote almost all of that book that trip. And it was like 4 or 5 days. And I wrote it until my hand was cramping. And I wrote it in that notebook. I still have that notebook. And it wasn't perfect. It was fine. I was still going for it. I didn't wait for that perfect time. I didn't wait for somebody to tell me that I could do it. That did a few things. It showed me that I didn't have to wait for that perfect time to go for that goal that I had, which is the topic of what we're talking about if you're new here. And it showed me that I could do it also, that yes, I have a career and I have my kids, and my house to take care of and everything, but I still had these dreams that I wanted to do, that I wanted to go for as a person, as my own person. If you guys are parents out there, you will know that you give so much to your kids and then you're like, who is that person anymore? But if your kids are young, like they'll come back, don't worry, you'll come back to yourself. But writing my book, even writing it out that first time in a notebook, showed me I'm still here. I'm still in there and I can still do this for myself. And it wasn't like an escape. I mean, writing and reading is kind of getting into your own world as it is. But that time, that totally set me off on a different path. And all I had to do was get a piece of paper and a pen and get started. And that's why I come out here for a lot of reasons. Okay, I have a lot of words in me to say, and I feel like I have a lot of encouragement to give to you to get started on your own. So you don't need anything fancy. You don't need that perfect time. And yes, you need time. You do need time. And it doesn't have to be hours though. So maybe you have, like I said, the 15 or 20 minutes at night when your kids are doing their own thing. Maybe they're getting ready for bed or they're writing or reading on their own or something. Or maybe a spouse or a friend or somebody in your family can do projects with your kids so you can go and do your own thing. When my kids were little, I don't know if you guys are parents, but this is kind of the angle that I go from because I am a mom and that's what I know. I didn't ask for help. I didn't ask for help at all. My kids, it was me and my girls. And you know what? I would not change that for the world. And I think if I were to hear my advice, I would be like, whatever, I don't have time to do that. But I would hope that I would listen to, do you have 10 minutes? Do you have those 10 minutes at night when I was sitting outside of my daughter's rooms when they were sleep training? Oh my gosh, and they could still see me and I was on my phone. And I could have used that time instead of playing Hay Day or Candy Crush to go for my goals, to make a map of what I wanted to do, to maybe start writing some of my stories. And it probably would have just taken somebody to give me that idea. So that's one reason why I'm coming out here, is to kind of plant that idea in your head. All you need is one. You only need one idea of what you'd like to do. This isn't meaning, oh, I'm Stephanie now. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm Stephanie now as this version, and then writing a book is going to get me up to version 100. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just small and simple steps to just kind of level up. And what does that mean, leveling up? It doesn't even have to mean anything on the outside. It can mean leveling up inside and feeling better about yourself and feeling like you feel accomplished. Like, oh my gosh, I went for that. And I'm using the writing the book. Let me get my book if I have it right here. I have them here. It's like, here's one of them. It's like writing a book, and I write women's fiction. So I have these little fun covers. This is Coping with Yarn. I loved this story. I always use that as an example because it is something that takes time and patience, and you have to learn and you have to stay dedicated. And I'm not saying that going for your goals, you have to do all of that in a day or a weekend or a month even, but leveling up and stepping into that new version of yourself is taking little steps and consciously going for the thing that's always kind of been like in the corner over there that you're like, okay, maybe I can start working on that right now. Once you start getting into that thing, writing a book or whatever it is that you want to do, exercising, maybe redoing your house, something like that, you start to feel more confident in yourself. You're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I could even start that project or whatever it is that you want to do. And you start to believe in yourself. That really starts to snowball. Let me tell you, once I published my first book, and this isn't about book publishing, I was thinking, oh my gosh, how I got started was in the car on that trip. And I grabbed out that notebook and that pen. And now I can hold it in my hands. I have 3 of them now. I have like 8 of them that I've written because I'm kind of a fast writer. But getting started might be the hardest step. So I always like to say, grab a pen and paper, start writing down that idea that you have. Start writing it down. That's a start. It could be a pre-start, it could be a soft start, and that's totally okay. Once we get into it and we're seeing progress, we're feeling better about ourselves, and we can do it. Maybe we've picked out like a magic moment in our day that works for us. It builds and it lets us feel good about ourselves, because I feel like as humans, we're not really meant to sit on the couch all day and watch somebody else or watch a show all day. Those things are fun too, okay? They really are. I get it. I watched a movie last night and that was great. We're meant to grow. We just are. We are meant to experience things in our lives and grow as people. So I originally was going to talk about these lives just turn into a big pep talk. So I was originally going to talk about not waiting for the perfect time to do something, but The reasons why, like I was saying, getting started is key. Like getting started will show you, oh, I didn't need to wait for that certain software in order to get started writing my book. I could have just used a piece of paper and started sketching things out. And this proves to yourself that you don't have to wait. The ultimate goal is to experience what you want to experience. I wanted to know what it was like to write books, and I did it, and it was wonderful. And you know what? I'm gonna do more. I'm not working on this right now. I have another project that I'm working on, but ultimately, doing these things makes me happy. And makes me happy in a way that, like, scrolling or watching TV, um, letting things pass me by does not make me happy. This writing and going for my goals, coming out here on YouTube, talking with you guys, this has added layers of fulfillment in my life. And being a busy working mom, I feel like, let me know if this is how things go, but when the mom is happy, the household is happy. And the mom has to be present, right? Like as moms, we have to be there, but it doesn't mean that we have to be there every single minute of the day. My husband has to remind me of this a lot. He said, if you want to work on your projects this weekend, it's okay. I have projects to do with our oldest, and our youngest has a friend over, and he's like, do your thing, do it, because we know that that makes you happy. And for me, like I was saying, it gets that nag off of my back, my own nag, telling me, you need to do a live, you need to go out there and do your video, or you need to write. Right now, I'm designing planners for my community, and I'm actually writing an ebook right now for my email subscribers. And my planner is not done yet. I hired a company to do like the designing. I wrote everything out. I gave it to them pretty much like in this form. Like, this is what I want, but I'm not a designer. It looked terrible. It looked like I had just started using Canva, and I'm like, ooh, put this star here and put this sticker here. It looked bad. So I had a designer do that, and she's doing like this whole branding package and everything. And I kind of thought it would get done before Christmas, but they went on a break for a couple of weeks at Christmas time. So I'm awaiting the return of my files so I can get a sample. And in this waiting time is difficult for me. It is hard. Like, I kept thinking though that I had to wait to do XYZ with this project. And that was my perfect time. And it was kind of making me miserable, honestly. I was like, okay, I can't do those things. I can't do a photo shoot without a sample, obviously, but I can still build my email list. I can still come out here on YouTube. I'm kind of going for grants. I can still go for grants and write my ebook for my newsletter subscribers and do that freebie. And I was going through that wait for the perfect time flawed thinking. And in these last, I would say 3 weeks or so, as I'm kind of waiting, it's been longer than that. So I've been in the waiting time, in that limbo time for a while, but I've not waited to do the next steps. And I feel like, let me get a drink out of my, my daughter's monkey cup, because I wanted to do this live. I feel like that waiting period before you're going for your goals or waiting for the next steps to happen, that is a worse feeling. Let's say you haven't started your goal yet. Let's say you've always wanted to write a book, or you've always wanted to redo your house, or whatever it is. You've always wanted to go for that job. Insert your goal here, right? Let me know what your goals are. You've always wanted to do that. I feel like that waiting time and that, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, or I'll wait until the kids are older, or when, I feel like I have more energy. That is a worse feeling to me than actually working on the thing. And yes, the thing might be like mentally hard or taxing on your mind. You might have to think. It's okay. You have a brain. You can think. Even if you're not in school anymore, it's okay to think. Um, I feel like that kind of waiting time to waiting on yourself to get started is worse than that challenging time. There's always going to be challenges with your goals, but getting through them is supposed to be kind of the fun of it. I didn't know how to publish. Oh my gosh, I had no idea how to like get this in my hands, so I took a course. Actually, she's gonna do the course. It's Publish and Thrive. I haven't taken it in a while. Sarah Cannon. You can check out my other videos for my affiliate link if you're interested. She only offers it twice a year and she's doing it in a couple weeks. But I learned how to do it and it was fun. Yeah, I had pages and pages of notes on how to do it. There's always something out there right now and there's always an excuse. I totally understand that. But I'm here to kind of like give you a push, like, let's get started, let's do it. Because I guarantee that when you start doing it and going for your goal, you're gonna feel that inner sense of pride and accomplishment like no other, like nothing that you've experienced for yourself. I feel like going for our goals is our ultimate self-care. Like, this is what we're doing for ourselves. We're not putting a face cream on or doing that glute exercise. Those things are great too. But stepping yourself into a new version of yourself, and it's still you, it's okay, it's still gonna be you, it's just gonna be you with more knowledge, with more experience, and with that sense of accomplishment. Like, there is nothing else that you can do better for yourself, in my opinion. So with that, I think that I've run out of words, but I thank everybody for being here on the live. This is so much fun for me. I feel like I have so much to say that when I do a video, I film it, I video the video, I record, there we go. I record the video and then I need to edit it and I don't always do it because I know it's going to take a couple hours, and this is something that I get hung up on, is finding time to do that. But when I get to do a live, I don't have to edit it afterwards. So I get all my words out and hopefully am pulling you along with me on this journey of discovering what lights us up and going for it and actually saying yes to ourselves, saying yes to that goal or that dream that we've had that has been there for a long time, because you deserve these things. If you have this idea of going for something, this thought to do something new or to challenge yourself, you have that idea for a reason. And I feel like you kind of need to honor that also. Like, this is something that you're meant to experience maybe, or that you've wanted to, like, you have a yearning to do that thing. And hopefully this has inspired you a little bit to get started. And hopefully you'll subscribe. I would love to see you again. I'd love to hear about your goals and your dreams and how you're going to take today to get started. So I will be out here. I'm planning on being live tomorrow and Monday because I'm off on Mondays. So hopefully we can connect again, and I will see you the next time.